This video is sponsored by Audible. On a crisp day in early August, 50 activists tore down a fence. They stormed through that barricade in the Bicol region of the Philippines and ran towards a rice field beyond it. Then, to the shock of onlookers, the group began to tear out rice plants by the handful. They did this not because they were hungry or had any desire to eat the grain. In fact, their motive was the opposite. The activists sought to destroy the crops because the plants were part of a field test of the genetically modified plant golden rice, a strain that scientists claim would help cure blindness in young children by supplying them with needed vitamin A. If this genetically modified golden rice was so beneficial, why then was that group of protesters in the Philippines angry enough to rip it from the ground? Today, we're not only going to figure out exactly why genetically modified organisms like golden rice have inspired such hatred and have devolved into polarized debates like this.
For ideological reasons, I want to stop you from doing this.
But we're also going to dig down underneath this debate to understand the real consequences of GMOs in our modern food system. In the past, if a farmer wanted to create a sweeter apple, for example, they would need to breed 2 apple trees with sweet traits and hope the next generation might produce even sweeter fruits. This process requires luck and years of persistence. Gene editing, on the other hand, is much more precise. It uses specific genes from one organism to modify the genetic code of another. You know exactly what trait will be expressed. But also, as we'll see a little later on, fear of GMOs can also be a fear of a much larger problem. First though, let's quickly look at the general outlines of the GMO debate. On the anti-GMO side of the conversation lies those who view genetically modified food as mutated frankenfood, poisonous crops that will harm humans if we eat them.
We're going to see foods with toxins in them, and these foods are going to be more allergenic than normal foods.
While on the other side, GMO advocates claim that genetically modified foods can help solve world hunger, mitigate climate change, create more durable, drought-resistant plants, and increase yields.
I believe GMOs are a great technology to help us not only improve global food security, but also help us save the environment.